80s right now. Looking at the temperatures across the entire Concho Valley, 86 right now here in San Angelo. Everybody else joining us in a combination of those mid 80s, if not those lower 90s, and we're looking for 10 degrees across the entire region. Everybody else pretty warm right now. 88 up there in Sterling City, 90 down there in Junction. So we're still looking for that 10-degree spread, but everybody's still holding on to a lot of heat, even though that high pressure and those clearing clouds are allowing us to cool off pretty quickly, getting a good idea of some of the moisture right now in the atmosphere, making our way into those 20s and those 30s and those 40s off towards the east, while the dew points are in a wide array from those 40s up to the north, all the way up into those 60s down to the southeast. It's going to let us know some thunderstorm activity could make its way in by Thursday, if not making our way in towards this weekend. Take a good look at this low pressure off the west coast. I've been talking about it for about a week. It's going to finally weaken this high pressure by the weekend, and as we make our way into that fourth week of August, we're going to continue to watch these temperatures trend downward into those mid 90s, and it could get even cooler than that. Of course, we're watching the circulation of this high pressure so high in the atmosphere it's being picked up by the water vapor imagery. Of course, this is where we're seeing some of that convection across the Rocky Mountains. It's going to sort of slide with that low pressure system over the Concho Valley, and you can even see a little bit of that thunderstorm activity showing up on water vapor. Of course, moisture tracker is going to show you how it's going to be pulled back into the Concho Valley as that low pressure system starts to make its way over Idaho and parts of Nevada. We take you down to the surface right now where we get a good idea of how explosive the convection is as it spills over the Rocky Mountains, really prompting some of those alerts there in South Dakota, really just targeting Montana all day, as well as you can see the circulation just hovering right around Washington, if not parts of Oregon, and of course near the edge of the Concho Valley. That's that afternoon thunderstorm activity that's starting to dissipate right now. Didn't really make its way in, even though I desperately wanted it to. Futurecast is going to show you by Thursday afternoon some pretty widespread thunderstorm activity again off towards the east, where we are seeing some higher concentrations of moisture. That's going to create some strong outflow boundaries and dissipate as it makes its way towards the west. And then of course we're going to see the whole same setup as we make our way into a Friday evening, looking pretty beautiful as those storms are going to be pretty quick, pretty powerful, and then off towards the north, and then things set up for a pretty cool weekend. So tonight we're dropping back down into the 70s. We'll see if we don't stay in those 80s. Then tomorrow, one more hot day, hopefully, as we're still dealing with some of those strong excessive heat warnings and those heat advisories. So make sure you're drinking lots of water. You know, we've been talking about it all day as well. Temperatures finally on the cool down as we're tracking that strong low pressure system off towards the west. We're going to see how severe the weather gets as our rain chances increase. As we get closer towards that fourth week of August, we're watching those temperatures trend all the way down. Look at that, from 109 all the way down to 97, while the lows are following the same trend, going from those lower 80s all the way down into those lower 70s. Stay tuned. We'll more for the break. You're watching KSAN News.